Hello, everyone. Welcome to Gray Skeptic. We are here for Christy Santiago's stream. I'm going to move my screen down while everyone's looking. Excuse me.
Not too low, buddy.
To raise funds for Christy Santiago to get a new computer and new equipment, that whatever she needs to go with it. I know she's building her own, and she has people helping her. The goal is $1,200, and currently we are at $1,200. So,
$1,200.
Congratulations, Christy. Someone donated about 14 hours ago. Robert Wallace donated $905 to get you exactly to your goal.
That's insane.
It is spectacular.
I can't even.
Spectacular.
Yeah.
But we are still going to do this stream. If anyone would like to donate to Christy, if you guys will help me by sharing the link down below.
She'll take more than $1,200 if she can get it, because that just means better equipment, right?
No, it means a camera and possibly a green screen, and definitely she needs lighting.
Yes.
Because
much more to it.
No, you're beautiful, but your camera that you've been using sucks. Better lighting.
Yeah. Then you'll be able to see that I'm not as cute as I pretend.
Oh, you're adorable. Shut up.
She's like, I don't want any higher quality.
Yeah. I kind of agree with Faye, man.
Oh no, I'm just a 9. Oh no.
Your book's fabulous.
By
the way, just saying.
So, congratulations, Christy. I'm gonna drink to that. We reached our goal. Thank you, Purple Rhymes with Thorn, for setting this fundraiser up.
So, yes,
no problem.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Oh,
I really appreciate
kudos.
that because I didn't know how to do anything, and those of us who are technophobes really shouldn't be doing things. But I'm barely functioning on YouTube as it is. So Purple, you did great.
Well, there's still a ton of stuff about YouTube I don't understand, but the GoFundMe is something I had done before, so I'm glad I could do something useful.
That's excellent. And it's going to be a kick-ass thing. And Christy, you're going to have so many options.
I know. I'm just like,
I forgot. Christy,
the future looks so bright. I got to wear shades.
Yeah. I sent Lavender Lady the wrong way. The long link. The wrong link. Can't talk. I took one drink and I'm already wasted.
Yeah.
So just so people understand, GoFundMe won't pay out directly to a PayPal account.
Okay.
So they're going to wind up sending the money to me, and I'll have to get it in my PayPal to send it to Christy. So it's going to be about a week for her to get the money.
Yeah.
All right.
I forgot to tell Christy that I think it's a 1080 or something like that. I have an EVGA graphics card that I need to dig out of storage to give to her.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
So a graphics card upgrade immediately, basically.
Gotcha.
Yay!
I think it's only 6 gigs.
Hey, Diana.
Hi, kids!
Hi! Welcome, Lavender Lady.
Hey, Diane.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, Dana!
Hey, Sweetie, yay! And Christy, sweetness, yay! You got your what the heck do you call that thing? Goal, that's what it is, yes.
Right, goals. Big goals.
There we go.
Goals.
Or as they say in Brazil, goal!
I can't hear out of this ear now.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I'm wearing headphones.
Hey, Purple. Hey, Purple, I'm having a hard time getting the link up on my computer. Can you send it to me here in the chat, and I'll link it to the chat below?
Yeah, but it's just going for it right now. I have to dig it on my email.
Okay. And then I'll share that with everyone. Sorry it's taking so long. I'm a bad multitasker. So,
now, the one thing
right now I have to dig it on my email.
The one thing I would like to know about this, with Christy making her goal, will the donations continue, or
The one thing
I would like to know about you know what? I'm getting some feedback. I'm going to find out why. I'm going to find out. Okay, I don't know why that was feeding back on me, but God, was it ever feeding back on me?
Yeah.
Now that that's reached the goal, will the donations continue such that you can get an even better machine? Oh, okay.
Yep.
This is a good thing, a very, very good thing. It is a very good thing. It is a very good thing that she gets a machine. What the hell am I doing? I don't know.
I like it.
It's called singing.
I'm gonna commission the Lavender Lady for my theme music.
Ooh, hey, I'm up for
Awesome,
it.
Brad.
Why not,
Awesome.
right?
That's
Hey,
an idea.
back in the day, back in my boy days, I used to do a better Sinatra than Sinatra. And I can say that because he's dead and he can't give me shit about it.
Oh, so Brant, you know you can talk, right? You don't have to type it in
Yeah, I
the
know
chat.
I can talk. I just don't like announcing things that
Don't tell them
it's
that
like weird
now.
to
Don't
me.
stop.
Yeah, you never know who's watching.
Yeah, you just never know. Not John could be in the chat.
God's watching.
Oh Lord, that would be amazing. Yes, we're not actually watching upside down, no less, with his monitor turned around, and you know, that would be just the end of the world right there.
Fuck, this is smooth. Oh.
Yeah.
What are you drinking, sweetie?
Don't know if you know.
Sorry, I just realized I'd sent the wrong link. I just sent the correct one there.
Okay.
Well, Glenfiddich 15 here.
Oh, okay, yay.
It's a good one.
You're reminding me I have to restock my scotch because I only have, I'd say about 2 shots. I only about 2 shots of the Glenfiddich left. And
for my can have them tonight of any night. Tonight's the night.
Yeah, you know what? That might be a way to do it because I'll show. Let me go over here and out of range. Of course,
this is Christy we're talking about. One of our favorite angels here.
Absolutely. And here I am showing you my arse over here. Oh, come here, you. There it is. Yay.
You sound like a sci-fi show.
No, it's a little bit more. It's a little bit more than 2 shots, but still, it's pretty much to the point where
it's a little more than 2.
All right.
It's almost half a bottle. Sorry.
So I'm gonna try to.
I still have to get more though.
So I'm gonna try to collect this just a little bit here.
Oh, sorry.
You're okay.
There it goes.
I tend to derail
for like 2 seconds. I want to take turns, and so kind of everyone can see like what Christy does and who she is and what she likes, what she's all about. We're all going to ask her questions tonight, and we'll go one at a time. We'll go down the line of what I see here in my hangout. So we'll start with Lavender Lady.
Oh boy, I get hit first here.
Oh, she gets hit first. So we'll grab your back.
Okay, let's see. I got a whole bunch that I could throw.
Any questions? Politics, religion, fun.
What would I'm going to have to ask? I don't know if Christy has said anything about this before or not. What was it that got you away from faith? Was there an event or was it a process?
Definitely a process. I had given up on thinking that magic was a thing in my 20s. But there was still God, and somehow Jesus was still involved. I just didn't really want to think about how, but I knew that virgin births didn't happen. It took losing my best friend of 20 years to the Jehovah's Witness cult and me diving in to prove to her that her nonsense was wrong, and I found that all of my nonsense was wrong as well.
Hey, 2 for the price of 1. That really worked out.
But I still lost my best friend because of my sinful lifestyle choices.
Oh, darn it.
Choices. Yeah. I like how you air quoted that one.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of us hear about that whole choices bit. No matter what it is, whatever we do that isn't what their book says, or what their pastor says, or what their God says, which is really what they say. I mean, man invented God in his own image and likeness. Let's face it. It's a really unfortunate thing that has to happen. That people have to say.
She has 4 children. Her oldest one, who is a teenager now, is my godson, and I don't have them in my life at all.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's kind of stupid. In the grand scheme of things, it's just the most idiotic reason to not talk to somebody. My imaginary friend is real, and you don't believe so I can't have you in my life.
Yeah, that's a really shitty thing that happens, and I've heard, as you know, I've heard lots of stuff like that through.
My dad's in chat.
Hi,
Dad.
Hello, Christy's father.
Hi, Chet.
Oh, hi, Christy's dad. How you doing? Yay!
She's a beautiful girl.
My daddy.
You've got to be extremely proud of her. Really, really, really.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
next question. Come on, guys.
Yeah. Next up, Neil. Neil, you're up next. Yes. Next question. And Purple, check out the chat, just so you know.
Oh, yeah, that's what I should be doing too. I'm usually always looking at that. Well, Christy, I think I asked everything that I needed to know from you about your whole leaving religion thing. So I have a question. What made you decide to become or get into like hairstyling and stuff like that?
Oh,
good one. I was the kid in high school and middle school, if the school had a dance, prom, a homecoming, was the last to get ready because I did all of my friends' hair and makeup. I loved it. I mean, I loved it.
See what a sweetie she is.
As a kid, as an 11-year-old, I did my mom and my younger brother and sister's hair for family photos. Of course, looking back, I'm like, oh, Mom, why'd you let me do that? But, I mean, I cut my own hair at age 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Now, wait a minute. How do you do that? Seriously, how do you manage to cut your own hair?
I've done it.
I've done it. I do it all the time.
To get the back right, you just have to take duct tape. And then
you use a mirror, for fuck's sakes, dude.
Yeah. Well, my hair was about right here. In high school, I was on the swim team. And so it was just too hard to take care of hair that was in chlorine for 2 to 3 hours a day, Monday through Friday, and on weekend swim meets. And my hair, it doesn't look like it, but it's really curly. And so when it's this short, it's like this short. In the 80s and in the 90s, big hair was in. Yeah. So it was easy for me to just let it be big. And if I would, that style where you put it up right here and have this huge cascading, if something didn't look right, I would just cut it off.
Oh, jeez.
to much regret later, I suppose.
Okay, I need to cut in for a second here.
Yes, dear.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone else is watching the Yahoo chat, but Mark Wallace is in the room. Or Robert Wallace, sorry.
Yay!
Yeah.
Thank you, you're a hero.
Thank you, Robert Wallace. You is a big sweetie.
Yeah, he's saying this is the first YouTube event he's watched, so he has not been in the chats before.
Oh.
Wow. Robert, man.
What a way to pop your cherry, man.
Right?
Yeah. That was fucking huge, dude. So kudos to you.
Just incredibly generous.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Wow. I am at a loss for words except for thank you. And I thank you. Wow. That's the most generous, beyond generous.
It's
Wow.
touching.
Wow. Thank you. And I can't wait to be able to do all the cool things and not robot out on everybody or drop out and have to log back in.
Oh my word!
Yeah.
That was so annoying to you.
I've been waiting.
when that
I've
would
been waiting
happen.
for your laptop to burst into flames.
Well, you speak at like. Well, Christy speaks at about a rate of a gigabyte per minute. So if she cuts out for like 5 seconds, we really miss a lot of data.
There you go. There you go.
That is true.
I do. I have to like bring it down from a boil to a simmer in my head every time I'm talking. I'm like, okay, bring it back down.
Yeah.
Especially if I get excited. If I get excited, I'm like,
You're like that little squirrel from that fucking cartoon or whatever.
Thank you so much to Robert Wallace. Thank you.
Yes, many much. Christy, I'm just curious. I know I'm speaking out of turn. If if you don't want me speaking, just slap me. I like that stuff anyway. Let's see, where was I? Yeah, are you going to go out and buy one at Best Buy or something, or do you want to build one? I thought I remembered.
Build.
Was there somebody coming out to put it together for you? I forgot.
Yes, I actually. Faye has a tech guy who has already put a list together of the things that I need, and the machine that would last the longest. I'm not a gamer, so I don't need a lot of things that a lot of people would want on there for gaming. So in order to get
a good video card.
The best quality and longest lasting computer would be to build one for.
Yes, I agree.
But a lot of people don't know anything about it, like myself. But I have friends that do, so that's what's going to happen. It's going to be built, and then to get it all like set up, Brant is going to buy a ticket to take his vacation to Florida and come over and show me how to. It sounds embarrassing, but I didn't know. If someone said refresh your screen, I didn't know how to refresh my screen until just like a month ago.
F5.
So.
Okay.
I still don't know how. But,
Lindsay! Hi!
Lindsay's here. For those of you who do not know, this is Lindsay. She's missing.
She's my wife. Yes, she's my other wife.
Yeah. I'm supposed to keep these two separated.
Hi, Lindsay.
I don't know why. I'm fine. But
you don't need to.
Right?
Hi, Lindsay.
Whoa.
So next up, we do have purple rhymes with orange rhymes with purple. Whichever you go by.
Red rhymes with green. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've been trying to keep up with the chat stream on both the Google and the Yahoo at the same time. So that's
I didn't even know
my
there was
brain's
a Yahoo
capacity
chat.
here because I did not sleep last night. I have slept like 4 hours in the last 48.
Wow.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Why?
That's not healthy.
Yeah, don't do that.
Unfortunately, it's common for me. It happens at least a couple times a year.
Yeah, it happens a couple times a month for me as well.
It's a couple times a month for me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Although today I woke up at 3:27 p.m.
3:27. Exactly on the dot.
The first time I looked at the clock, it was 2:34, and then I said and then the next time I woke up was 3:20.
You know, I could fact check that because you messaged me as soon as you woke up. I just woke up.
Yeah, when I was walking Bean, I did. Yeah, I just woke up.
Your dad just said it runs in the family.
Now, granted, I was done writing at 5:15 in the morning, so I have an excuse.
Yes.
A good one.
Yes, there are excuses.
That's my
and there are
story.
good excuses.
So purple,
That's right.
you got to ask your question.
Yes, dear, ask.
Oh, I really don't know what to ask her that she hasn't, already let loose in a chat somewhere.
Right? I'm so shy.
Gee, that sounded good.
That's funny.
Oh.
We
Well-
are Whirly.
Whirly, David, Whirly DR podcast wants us to ask you for your superpower.
Oh,
I don't.
2 guns.
I have a very Disney-ish superpower, but animals and children, doesn't matter who they are, wild, feral, rabies ridden, they will come to me. I've never had a problem with animals being afraid of me, and if they were, I don't have a problem sitting on the ground and waiting for them to come to me. At the house that we lived in before we moved here, there was a mom raccoon and a baby raccoon, and I named the baby Milo. And Milo used to climb up our tree and onto our roof and sit on the edge of the roof with his legs dangling over like a little person. And I could hear him up there, so I'd come outside and call him, "Hi, Milo." And he'd come down and he'd sit about 3 feet in front of me and look me in my eyes and put his little hands on the ground, waiting for me to drop something. So I'd drop a little piece of food and pick it up and stare at me while he ate it. And every time he'd get a little closer and a little closer and a little closer. Now I know you're not supposed to directly feed wild animals, so I didn't want to hand it to him hand to hand and then him not be afraid of other humans, because he definitely should be afraid of many humans, unfortunately. So
unfortunately,
but just him knowing that I was good stuff. When he saw me, good things were going to happen. To not be afraid. And that's pretty much how all my animal experiences have gone. Cows, horses, goats, rabbits, guinea pigs, kitty cats, dogs, all of them. Even the scaly ones. Frogs, toads, all of them. So my superpower is not being able to talk to animals per se, but I can communicate just fine with them.
I actually think it's really funny that a lot of you guys think that Christy and Matt met on the internet, but actually Christy was outside one day and she saw Mac in the wild, just in his habitat, and he looked at her and he gave her this big Mac eyes like he does. Do it. Yeah. And she sat down on the ground just to show him that, you know, she's not intimidating and she's not going to hurt him or anything. He sniffed her a little bit and she made it over. And I don't know if you know this, Christy always keeps pepperoni in her pocket when she goes on wood walks. And that is that's Mac's favorite snack. That's actually how I led him into the house and ended up marrying him, is because he was pepperoni. And so, yeah, I can definitely agree that there's superpower.
I pet him behind his ears.
Well, I'm the only one at work that the crows that hang around when we go for lunch, I'm the only one they're afraid of.
They're so smart. Crows are one of the smartest birds in the wild.
Yeah,
They're
they
very
are.
smart.
Indeed,
They remember faces.
Yeah.
They remember faces.
Yes.
I like Smitty's comment over in the side chat. Is that a stick of pepperoni in your pocket, or are you just happy to see
You're
it?
just happy to see me. Smitty's awesome, man.
Smitty is awesome. Smitty is hilarious. Smitty makes every chat definitely more interesting. And when people don't know him
thanks,
or
Brian.
his personality and he shows up, that's some of the best stuff.
Who is
Because
this
he's
guy?
being serious.
I do like
so
this.
good.
Riley says they're smarter than a crow.
Yeah, Riley's smarter than almost all of us here.
All right. Next up, we have Terry.
Yes, I am here. I didn't know if anyone noticed that I was here.
Terry,
I saw the line in the chat that you joined us.
Hi, Terry.
Terry
Oh.
Davis is here.
Yeah.
First time I've had him on here. Actually, this is the first time I've had like half of you on here. So, welcome to my channel.
Yeah, thank you.
Yay!
Whee!
Thanks for coming.
Am I meant to ask Christy a question? But I was going to ask Mr. Bean because he's my favourite.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he'd be able to answer in one word or less. I was just going to. We already touched on a food product for a dog for a treat. And I was going to ask Mr. Bean what his favourite treat was.
Oh.
Let's see. Come here, Mr. Bean. Come here. Where's your favorite?
Long as he can, answer honestly.
Pepperoni.
Okay.
Pepperonis and pizza. When
Oh,
he
pizza.
sees the pizza box come, he has conniptions. I don't know what else. Like, it's like hopping around. He loves pizza.
Does he like pineapple? Does he like pineapple on his pizza?
Apple.
He'll eat
here we
cat
go.
poop and garbage. I don't think he cares what's on his pizza.
Here we go.
Pepperoni and garbage.
Yeah.
You know, that's something interesting. I don't think
Yes,
I've ever
Debbie.
seen the formal definition of a conniption. Does anyone have a formal definition of what a conniption is?
I
We'll,
was
have to
gonna say
Google, we'll Google it.
It's called
Okay.
Google.
Yes, somebody Google it.
I'm buying a
Let's
pizza
see.
now
I'll do
in
it.
Florida.
I used to have a book titled "They Have a Word for That." That was just a
Yeah.
collection of all those
I've
kind
seen
of
that.
things.
I've seen that. That's a good book.
Conniption,
What's it
according to
called?
the
Bit of rage.
dictionary,
Say
head
again?
of rage or hysterics.
Yes,
Head
I
of rage
just found it
or
myself as
hysterics.
well.
Yeah.
Yay! Okay, so it's an actual thing.
Yeah.
I like that. Now we just need some more words we don't have. You know, like I don't, cheese fondant for people who don't like cheese
That's
fondue.
funny.
Cheese fondant.
That's funny.
I like all fondue.
I haven't had
Fondue
fondue
kicks
in
ass.
ages, man.
I know,
I've got
me
it.
either.
I don't even have a fondue pot anymore. That's the unfortunate.
We used to do the three. We used to do the hot oil, the cheese, and the chocolate. So you have your appies, your meal, and your dessert all on one table.
Hey, I like that.
By the way, according to the online etymology dictionary, conniption is an attack of hysteria, a conniption fit. American English, origin uncertain, perhaps a fanciful formation related to corruption, which was used for a sense of anger in 1799, or from an English dialectical connaptious, or ill-tempered. Which probably
That
is
sounds
a
more like it.
corruption of capricious. So there you go.
There's a good thing for
Corruption
you.
of every language.
Beautiful.
I actually had always thought it had come from the Yiddish because I grew up in a Jewish community and a lot of people used it.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, that's true too. Actually, I was raised Jewish, so.
All right. Next up, we got Brantley. Don't take your headphones off. You stay right there. You sexy son of a bitch.
He was about to go order a pizza.
Wonder Lady.
There we are. There we are.
Wonder Lady next. Okay, I haven't had much time to think of my question, so I'll just.
You've had like an
And
hour.
we talk often.
We do talk often, but here's one thing I do not know: who is your all-time favorite conservative?
Oh,
jeez.
Ooh, that is a.
Wait a minute. Do the words favorite and conservative belong in the same sentence?
It depends on what's being
Not
done.
yet.
Conservative leaning. I'll say leaning just to make it fair.
Well, I think favorite conservative is along the lines of least dangerous.
Okay.
Does it have to be someone publicly known or just known to me?
It doesn't have to be alive.
Well, you could say anyone. I wouldn't know who you were talking about.
I should have
My
said
mom.
famous conservative.
Oh,
My mom.
Yeah, that counts, I guess.
My
She
mom.
can be your favorite.
now pick.
Okay,
Now
next
pick a
round,
public-
I'll make
Christy's
sure.
mom is a conservative. That ought to make for some really good conversation over the dinner table at holidays, right?
Yes, my mom will not talk politics. So
I heard of a
Well,
bloke
okay,
named-
that's
General
good.
mind.
I've heard of a bloke named Donald Trump. What's he? What's that bloke?
He's
Okay.
just some
Oh,
guy.
God.
Don't pay attention to him.
No.
He's a nobody.
I'm
Don't-
Okay.
I'm having a brain fart, but the president who I'll be covering him in the next 2 weeks, who gave us our public lands and our clean air and water.
Was that Dick
I
Nixon?
know what he's
We've
saying.
had clean air and water.
Was
He's
that
he's
sarcasm?
Republican.
Was that Dick Nixon?
Yes, and I don't like
Yeah.
Nixon, but I do like a lot of the things. I mean, this was back when conservatism meant to conserve, like conserve.
Yeah.
That's the good thing.
Conservative did not mean arsehole, as it came to mean, say, about 10 years later.
Right. Yeah. I mean, as I covered tonight, even in the 60s, Reagan was such a divisive
Motherfucker.
he was looking at the protests at these college kids who wanted the right to be able to talk about the things they wanted to talk about as degenerate little brats. Back then, he was a dickhead. I loathe with a capital L.
Good idea.
Ronald Reagan. Don't like him.
He had such a good idea, though. Star Wars.
Yoink. And yet, the darn thing is, I am so ashamed that I was actually.
Oh wait, that was Reagan.
I was actually a Reagan supporter during his first term, and I am so ashamed of that.
Yeah,
I am so ashamed that I carried a Republican affiliation. I registered as a Republican in 1976 for my first.
I was born in 1976.
Oh God, make me feel old.
It makes us feel old, yes.
Yeah, for my first presidential election, and I kept that affiliation until God, what was it? 2001, when I switched to libertarian, which wasn't much of an improvement.
No, I would rather have conservatives.
In 2001, I switched to libertarian.
Left libertarians. I love left libertarians. I agree with probably 89 to 92% of their policy takes. But left libertarians are few and far between.
I would have been one of those left-leaning libertarians, definitely. And then I think it was either 13 or 14. I just went full-blown Democrat. In order to vote in, it would have been 14 in order to vote in the primary, because here in Pennsylvania we have closed primaries.
It was in 2001 for me, by the way.
You either vote your affiliation or you don't vote at all in the primaries here. So
right.
Oh well.
Yeah.
What can I tell you?
Yeah, it wasn't. I didn't become a libertarian too because I was.
You're roboting.
Robot.
He's not doing it on purpose. You're not doing it on purpose, are you, Brent?
Of course he is. He's got this little red button that says robot. Push the button that goes.
Oh, he dropped out. He'll come back.
That's usually Neil's trick to do.
There he is.
Dropping in and out, are you, Neil?
I have to use the cut right method and just talk through the fan.
So
that's what I think it sounds like. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Am I better?
Pajamas on our fat baby, but I am new Mac. Hello, do you like my beard?
Hello, new Mac.
New Mac.
And
it's much better than his.
Thanks. I've been working on it 26 years. Focus real hard and stuff. So Wonder Lady has a question next. I'm still telling you.
Oh, Wonder Lady has all the good questions. Don't you think?
Okay. Well, is it okay if it's on immigration?
Of course.
Okay.
Anything, Faye? Come on.
Well, we have a new head of the House of Homeland Security. It's the committee, and they are, the House Democrats are kind of grilling lately Kirstjen Nielsen, who is basically the Department of Homeland Security.
Yeah.
Not only is she using the shutdown to delay making reports to the committee on February the 6th, but during the accusations, she was asked about the death of an immigrant child. Thing is, when she was asked how many
Oh, yay! Yay! Look at that.
Sorry.
You
I
needed
do
that
have-
interruption, right, Faye?
Sorry, Faye. Go on.
Oh, Benny.
Hi, Benny. Aww.
This is our Mr. Bean. Nope.
That giggle.
Aww.
Oh man.
Sorry, go on.
Let's go.
So carry on.
Carry on. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
This.
When asked about how many children have died under U.S. detention,
Mm-hmm.
the separation from their parents, what do you think that witch said?
She said, I will have to check.
Yep. She said, I don't know. I'll have to get back to you.
Yep. And he said, what do you mean you don't know how many human lives have been lost under your care? And she said, I don't know. I don't want to take a guess or anything. Something like that.
Not under oath.
Oh,
I don't
so
want to take a guess under oath.
So she wanted to make sure she wasn't underestimating. Get every one of them in there, right? Yeah.
She didn't want to answer it at all.
She didn't want to answer it at all. And during the whole time, especially when one of them was screaming at her, she looked like she was crying. And she's like, are you going to yell at me the whole time?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
you did answer the question correctly. She said, I don't know. I don't want to guess.
Gold star right on my forehead.
Ding, 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 ding. I'm impressed.
Oh.
I watch C-SPAN like it's a soap opera and I can't get enough.
Is it not?
Did you enjoy the representative from Rhode Island absolutely going apeshit on her ass?
Yes.
Okay, great. So did
I haven't been to the gym in a week, so I haven't seen C-SPAN lately. Well, it's that cold snap that we've had.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I feel you.
It's on YouTube.
Ooh.
You gotta get a yoga ball, Diana.
Yes, it looks like you have a lot of fun with that guy.
And the whole time I'm sitting here, I am working my core, and it doesn't feel like it, except for when if you're just using it as a chair, it doesn't feel like you're doing anything until you wake up the next morning and you're like, oh, what the hell was I doing? It's an awesome contraption, just a big old bouncy ball. I love it.
My core needs a lot of work. Any takers?
I have blue balls. Everybody needs a big blue ball.
Blue balls. What are you talking about? I already got 2.
2 is better than 1, I heard.
Yeah.
Not
Oh, yeah. You
necessarily.
keep telling yourself that.
I don't know about you, Neil, but I don't like sitting on mine.
No.
Yeah,
Okay,
I like to bounce on my blue ball.
My blue ball's out there for everyone to see.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Yet another reason I'm not going to Australia.
Australia, where everything there wants to kill you, or what is it now? Yeah, most of the things there will kill you, and those that don't want to.
Yeah.
Take you down to the pub
posted
and
a thing
shout you a
on-
beer.
Yeah, or that.
I was just looking at a video just a day or two ago. Some guy was bouncing a blue ringed octopus around in his hand, and
Yeah, I
it was
heard
like,
something about
"Why are you doing that? Have you ever heard of tetrodotoxin? You know, it's death."
I used to hate the blue bottles that washed up on the beach down the beach here, and when we were kids, I always tried to stay away from them. And other people would walk around with their shoes on or thongs on and go treading on them and squashing them.
Oh, that's
boy.
sad.
Oh, I just made a connection here.
Oh
Yeah.
boy!
I just so just in the chat, I recognized one of the people whose name's Sweet Heathen.
Yeah.
Just so you know, Sweet Heathen, you pop up constantly in my Facebook friend suggestions. Just saying.
Oh, you should totally.
Sweet Heathen is an addition and a wonderful, fabulous addition to any chat or thread or stream. And
like,
if
"Oh,
you
shit."
guys ever get a chance to check out her art, she is an artist who paints, and she can do still life.
Oh, cool.
Like you took a photograph with a
Wow,
paintbrush.
cool.
Brilliant.
She's regular,
Yeah.
regular Bob
And-
Ross.
And she's just as pretty on the outside as she is on the inside.
Aw.
She's a cutie.
And she
Yay.
said add me to Neil. So
Yes.
Well,
add
what the
her.
fuck? Add me.
yeah.
Well,
Okay.
well, wait a minute,
I don't-
sweet heathen. If you're talking about Facebook, who would I? I know I'm jumping in here without invite, but who would I add? Maybe you should add me, and then decide later that you're going to block me after you figure out who I am.
Nobody
Who
will
it-
block you,
who it-
Dad.
what she is.
You're awesome. Who the hell would block you? Come on.
Well, we'll find out sooner or later.
All right.
Oh, the reason am I still roboting?
No, you're
No,
you're
now.
good now.
Okay.
You're doing well.
Okay, cool. The
right.
reason I said Christy's superpower would probably be 2 guns is because that's what her figurine is holding. She's not figurine, but I don't know what you call
Yeah, my little action figure.
All right. Request
action
sent.
figure. Yes.
Oh wow! Action
Shut
figure.
Oh crap! I'm leaving.
Yay! The other upside down guy's here.
Hello.
All right. Hey, sweetie, how you doing?
Hey, Nacha.
What time is
Good,
it?
Great to see you.
Hey, Notcha.
A bit after 1. G'day, Terry.
What time is it? It's
good
howdy
after-
doody time.
A bit after 2.
Either way, it's fucking hot as hell.
Yeah,
we had
you
that
two-
yesterday.
You're
You
lucky.
two
we had
are
it
at the
yesterday.
same longitude, and you're still an hour apart.
Yeah, but we had temperatures up high 30s yesterday, and then today it's low 20s. I nearly want to go and put a jumper on.
I don't know. Were you getting into the 40s, Terry, or did it not get that high?
Yeah, about
I mean,
about a week or so ago, we got into the early 40s out west a little bit.
That is crazy. And
Yeah.
what I'd really like to know, and I know there are no meteorologists here or anything, so this is just rhetorical. I would like to know if the extreme temperatures in the 2 hemispheres are in some way connected. Because we've got the extreme cold up here in the northern
Yeah.
hemisphere, and you
Yeah.
guys down under have that crazy heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely.
It's
connected.
almost like
So,
climate change.
yeah.
Almost,
exactly.
yeah.
Almost.
So what we're going to see more and more often now is we're going to see the more extreme side of each. And I've been seeing it just since I was a kid, which compared to some isn't that long ago. But it's just
like I
like
blinked, dude.
yeah. The spring and fall are just starting to get shorter and shorter, and we're getting like hotter summers and like colder winters. And they're off their normal like months too. Like as far as I've seen, like I used to have snow by Thanksgiving, and now I'm not really getting snow until like January anymore, like well over a month after, and then it stays until like April or May.
Now, if you don't mind saying, what general area are you in again? I
Oh,
forget.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm in Northwest Ohio.
Wherever that is.
Okay. So not that far from where I grew up.
Is
I
that
grew
in the
up- I
middle
grew up in
area?
Cleveland.
Is that in the middle area, Ohio?
Kind of. It's not. Some people don't consider Ohio the Midwest, but then it really is. It really is.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of consider I'm on the east side of the United States, but towards the middle. So Midwest,
Well,
yeah.
I found people in the Midwest consider Ohio an East state, and when I was living in New York, everybody there considered Ohio the Midwest. So it's like nobody wants to claim it.
Right, pretty much. No, my ex insisted for years and years and years that Ohio was Midwest. Well, she grew up in New Jersey, so there you go with that eastern side of the country thing. But
I've always been in the middle. You know,
back
I've
in the
lived in
middle
Illinois.
with you. So there goes monetization on this little thing here.
Monetization.
Copyright strike, yeah.
You don't need monetization. All the money here is to go towards Christy Santiago's computer.
Absolutely, absolutely.
yeah.
Did you see, Nadja, that Christy actually made her goal? She actually got
I didn't know we'd made the goal. I knew we
we-
had a big old contributor, but I didn't see
Yeah,
that.
there was one person that donated like 900 clams. It was great.
Yeah, Robert
Thank
Wallace
you again.
donated 900, but we have
Robert
actually
Wallace is
exceeded the goal because since the stream started, we've had 2 more donations. An anonymous $50 donation and another 25 from Landon
Yay.
Weeb. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Oh,
You are.
Do we need to keep going so we can get a mouse pad and things like that?
Yeah, that would be a good thing. Yeah, at least a mouse cage.
So
I don't know.
The GoFundMe is at $12.75, and I know in addition to that, Chris, you also got a couple of donations through PayPal.
Yeah.
The PayPal is something that like I can check but the GoFundMe was put together by Purple Rhymes with Orange, which was apparently the best idea ever.
Yeah.
And thank you to everybody who's I guess it's called tips on. All this is so new to me. So the donation/tips that are on the PayPal, thank you so much. I was not touching them because whatever was lacking from the other one was going to go with one and go to the whole total of the computer. And now the computer part is taken care of. I'll be able to get the camera. And
yes.
I'm tech illiterate, so I will be learning
the easy part.
as I go.
The camera is the easy part, really. It is.
That's what Brent's for.
Well, I'm going to have to learn how to use a camera here too, because I made a flippant remark in a chat the other night that the only reason I had a cartoon avatar was I can't afford a camera.
Did you end up with one?
The next day, I got a DM on Twitter that somebody's sending me a camera.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Yes.
All right.
Hey, maybe you'll be able to use that for our interview.
Yes.
Yeah, if I can get it hooked up right.
I'm going to pack
Hey,
this.
that looks familiar, Brent. Very, very familiar. That seems to be the. Okay, it's not quite the one.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a nice little.
Good mic.
Yes, absolutely. One of these years, I have to get some finances straightened out first. But one of these years, I want to get a Yeti and a boom.
This is not a Yeti.
It's not.
No, not that. I was talking to Christy.
This, word got out when I first started doing a weekly show that I kept breaking up and roboting and breaking out, and Tatted was getting or had just got a new mic.
Oh, he got his old one.
Yep, and told me that he needed my address to send this to me. And all I need to do is get the part that, connects this part right here to this because it's totally different. And if I ever upgraded, all I had to do was promise him that I would never sell it to somebody. I would just pass it on to the next person in need, but I would have to sign it.
Pay it forward.
Tatted signed it right here for me.
All right.
Awesome.
That would be one heck of a.
No, I'm jealous.
Right, so we're gonna sign it and pass it on. I think that's awesome.
So
it'll be like
Chris,
the traveling mic.
When you were talking about the connector back there, is that a Canon connector back there, or is that something else? Is that one of those 3-pin round connectors that's kind of vaguely D-shaped?
On the one that's connected, I'm not sure.
No, the one you were holding up, the one you got from Tatted. You were saying the connector.
Completely round.
Oh, okay. So it's
be a proper audio.
It was. And Matthew is here. How's my favorite nephew? How you doing?
Hey,
I'm doing great. Just finished my stream, and congratulations,
now
Christy.
Hey, Matt.
I'm gonna have to watch the rest of your stream later because I came over here. I know I ran away from your stream. Hit me with a wet noodle or whatever it is.
How could you?
I know. I'm so fickle. Christy is prettier than you, okay?
Not according to some of my subscribers.
So, real quick, before we go on,
Awesome.
I think we're going to have to rotate people out so we can get more people in.
Okay,
for
fine.
Hour. Does anyone? We'll probably have to rotate out Purple, Terry, Neil.
Yeah, that's fine. I can step out here.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was the first one in here, so I'd be the first to go.
Well, I can
Yeah,
step
that
out.
will
I'll
be
just be in the side chat.
FIFO stack here. Yeah.
I don't want to get too crowded. Plus, I think Hangouts only takes 10, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought somebody said it did more, but I might have been actually wrong about that. I thought somebody told me once they had 25 in there. But the thing is, the more you have, the crazier it gets.
Yeah, for real.
You can have more if you have Google Suite, which is a different program.
That's right.
And with Zoom, like I can have up to 100 people in a Zoom meeting, but why would I ever want that?
Oh my word!
No kidding.
Maintain.
With all the problems Strike has with us, just keeping us line. 100 people, come on.
Everyone muted.
That guy's quite smooth.
Seminars, webinars.
Okay, well, I'm going to drop out to the side chat here, but I'll still be watching y'all.
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming.
Bye, Purple.
Bye, Purple.
Take care, sweetness.
I'll make like Gretzky.
I'm glad we could get money together so Christy doesn't have to keep flaking out during her presentations.
Yeah.
That's absolutely.
Yeah, I got to work on that too.
Hey, Mac, how many do you have queued up?
Say what?
How many do you have queued up to get in?
I need to send.
I know
Snarky.
Yeah, Snarky's wanting to join.
Yeah.
And then I have
Snarky.
I have the non sequitur show.
Non-sec?
Oh, Steve, have the link.
Oh, Steve and those guys.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I hate to kick people out.
But hey, if that's the mechanics of it.
Yeah, it's such a wild party. Everyone wants in.
Yeah.
Next time. Hey, you tall outcast here. And Nadine, hello to both of you.
Hey, Nadine.
Oh, Nadine's here. Hey, sweetie, how you doing?
Yeah.
Yay.
Lots of people want to get in on this, brother.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask the next. Real quick. Neil and Terry, I think we'll say bye to you for now. Thank you both so much for coming by.
You only need one Aussie in here, don't we? For
now.
Yeah, we're only allowed one at a time. We're already breaking the rules.
One person at a time from the fake place. So.
Yeah. Okay. If I get a chance, I'll come back later.
Yeah. That's
and if Nadine is coming in, you only need one Canadian. So.
Okay, fine. Oh, Snarky.
At least we're maintaining the multicultural.
Sweetie, yes.
Yeah,
Snarky. Yeah, we are maintaining multicultural.
Howdy,
So,
hey.
Hey.
yeah.
All right, guys.
Hello.
I'm gonna bail.
Love you, buddy.
Yeah, if you've got more in mind, I'll drop
Bye,
out. I
Neil.
can come in later.
Got you, bro.
Thank you, Diana.
So take care,
Hey,
kids. I'll be over in the side chat.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations to
Make the transition. Yeah.
Congratulations to Christy on reaching your goal. See you guys.
Sounds good. We'll message you soon. All right. So next up, I have a question for Christy, and I'm going to make it a fun one because Christy and I nerded out one night. So you can tell us all your 3 favorite superheroes and why.
Ooh, 3 favorite superheroes.
Yep.
I know. Iron Man, Logan, blue and yellow Logan, back in the day. Blue and yellow Logan. Don't make me get my action figure.
That's blue and yellow Wolverine.
Wolverine, yeah.
Yes, Logan. Oh, wait, what did I say?
Blue and yellow Logan. There's no blue and yellow Logan. There's blue and yellow Wolverine.
Look. She knows
He's
him on a
broken
first
for me,
name basis, okay?
Right.
Yeah. He's
And
the best.
I just have this weird like for Silver Surfer.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool.
Very cool.
You know what?
He's misunderstood.
I gotta do this. Yes, Silver Surfer. Yes.
Yeah.
No one says Silver Surfer.
It's true.
Right.
And I love Silver Surfer.
Me too.
Something else over that and screen behind him.
What? I don't know. Like
I said, somebody dub
Oh.
something over.
Yeah. And then just because they played a huge part in my adolescence and my comic book consumption, a lot of people don't know who they are, but Roxy from Gen 13.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
XI. Gen 13 stands for generation. It's GEN-13, and it's a comic series by Image Comics.
Yes.
And Roxy is feisty, and she doesn't pull any punches. She's got pink in the front of her hair, and this was way back before putting color in your hair was a cool thing to do. It was totally punk and badass, and she is so hot. The way that she's got like the butt and I love her. So those three.
And for those that don't know, that was kind of along the same lines as Image Comics X-Men.
Yes,
along with
of course.
Yeah. They were awesome.
Yes.
Gen 13 is not mentioned a lot. So I'm Silver Surfer and Gen 13. So we need a nerd stream, Mac. You need to put this together.
I'll do it. I'll do it. You talked me into it. I've been wanting to for a long time. But I need to really soon. Real quick, before we move on, I gotta grab something.
That's what she said.
Did you send a link to Nadine?
Yes, Nadine.
Okay, so my son, my wonderful, wonderful 5-year-old son.
Oliver.
You guys are all gonna be very happy. I'm gonna present myself. He saw this, the nighttime medicine, and he pointed up at the dresser like 2 hours ago and said, "Hey, Dad." I'm like, "What? Is that Dr. Manhattan?"
Ah, awesome.
That's so cool.
That's awesome.
I'm like, you are one cool fucking kid. He's only seen that movie once and he's hardly paid attention to it.
That's awesome.
Dude, it was like, "Is that Dr. Manhattan?"
That's when you know you're doing fathering right.
Say what?
I said that's how you know you're doing fathering right.
Yeah, it made me feel really good about myself.
Hell yeah.
I was just like, they're talking about Deadpool in the chat, and Deadpool was like, I loved Deadpool growing up, but nobody really knew Deadpool all that much. And then they made these awesome movies. They need to do that with Silver Surfer, because Silver Surfer got a crap film. He needs a good film. Give him a good movie.
It's true.
Make Silver Surfer great again.
Yes.
So are you saying make SS great again?
Oh,
buddy.
Gotcha. Really?
Yeah, well,
you said
you're the
it.
one that made it into a MAGA hat.
yeah, it's true. It's true, though.
I am descendant of Germans, so I can say that.
I'm pretty sure that's the one thing you can't say in Germany.
No, that's if I go to Germany. I'm not in Germany.
President one time.
So, and I could not be in this stream with something mentioned in the chat and have Trey look at me in the face again without saying yes, Chet. I know who the Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers are. Yes, I do. I know who the Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers.
Well,
My dad is Chet Ballinger. Just
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
He's quite the character.
I'm just sitting here like I'm not into comics, so
The Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers were like a trio, or I'm thinking trio. Maybe it was a quartet, but like a trio of stoners, and they got into all kinds of hijinks,
shenanigans.
Yeah.
So
He says they are bad stoners from the 70s. What made them bad stoners?
Well, they were kind of like
people, or
no,
were they
like
bad at being stoners?
just think a comic book version of like the Three Stooges with stoners. So like Cheech and Chong meets the Three Stooges.
it sounds like Scooby.
I'd like that.
It sounds like Scooby Doo without the mystery.
Oh yeah, maybe like Scooby Doo without the mysteries.
Tell me if I can't be the only one, but Scooby Doo and Shaggy. Okay, Shaggy has to be a pothead because now hear me out. He has to be because he doesn't care about shaving. Like he has other things to do, like get his stone on and find some sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
And Scooby snacks. He doesn't care if they're Scooby snacks or a Subway sandwich. He's gonna eat it. That sounds very pothead.
Not a stoner.
And he's paranoid as fuck.
Not a stoner. I have the Shaggy beard.
Okay, that's gonna be hard to. Worley asked a good question. What are you using now? My youngest daughter got a new laptop about a year and 3-4 months ago. And when she did, she gave me her old HP Windows 7 laptop.
Damn.
Now, I couldn't understand why I couldn't do certain things on it. It's so slow. When I have to turn it on before my Thursday show. Like 10 minutes, come turn it on and let it do its thing. And Wonder Lady, Faye, has a amazing friend, Crafty. I'm sure you guys know Crafty. And he is was able to go in.
I think he's in the audience.
That would be, hello, Crafty, if you are. He was able to go in remotely, like from his computer to see in mine. And we found the CPU was at 100%. All the time. It doesn't fluctuate. Laptop. Yeah, so that's why it robots and cuts me out, or while I'll be in the middle. Yeah, it looks exactly like that. Yeah.
Yeah, just like this one.
Yeah, exactly like that.
I put a solid state drive and a new processor in it, and this one's my dad's.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And it was a couple years old when my daughter got it. She bought it from a friend's mom who had just got a new one. So it's been through a few things. And I never planned on doing any of this. I couldn't figure out how to work Hangouts on my phone. And so I thought, well, let me try my daughter's, the laptop she gave me. And I had mentioned to my girlfriend that I really can't do stuff like that because nobody will be able to hear me. I don't have a microphone and blah, blah, blah. And I wasn't saying it to get anything. I was just saying it like, this is what it is. Yeah. And within a few days, a microphone came in the mail from my girlfriend. She said, now you have no excuse. Go talk to your friends. And so it's just been one thing after another of opportunity just falling in my lap of this year has restored my faith in humanity. The whole humanity, except for some people.
Because Christy has made use of that mic.
Yes, and the Mitch McConnells of the world.
Don't even know.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not allowed to say Mitch McConnell on my channel.
Yeah.
No.
Filthy
Turtle
word.
Turtle.
You can call him what a fuck throat.
Mitch McConnell.
That's pretty good.
I would just like to say that what the Democrats are doing is just
I hope
not
that answered your
acceptable.
Oh,
These
you
Democrats
forgot
just can't act right.
You have to
Do
do
you guys
the.
you guys watch My Cartoon President on HBO?
I haven't.
No.
It's the funniest. Okay, I'm gonna send you because it is so good.
That's the cartoon
drawing
president that started on
yes, they
Colbert,
look
isn't
just
it?
like the people. McConnell looks just like McConnell, Kellyanne Conway. They sound like them, and it's a parody. It's a comedy, and it's on HBO, and it's on at like 10 o'clock at night. So it's definitely for adults. You'll know why when you watch it, but it is the best. Oh, it's so good because you can't.
I don't find anything funny about my waist. I don't find anything funny about this.
Christy, are they the cartoons that were?
Yes. What, Nacha?
Are they the cartoons that were first done on the Colbert Show?
Yes, he is executive producer.
Cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
Matt,
I thought that's the one.
Matt is so hot.
Why do these Democrats just keep doing this?
You're getting really red.
I'm gonna hide in my shell.
You're gonna get dizzy soon with all that blood rushing to your head.
I would just like to say that is the most beautiful shell that I've ever seen. That said, Matt, since you're in order on my lineup here, you can ask Christine the next question. Politics, religion, fun stuff, bullshit, and I'm going to go grab Lindsay so she can ask the question after you.
Yay, Lindsay!
Yeah.
I miss her.
Switch out because we have the kids, so I'll see you guys all in a little bit.
Miss Santiago, if that is your real name.
Where in the world are you?
If you could snap your fingers and someone would painlessly, without any type of suffering, cease existing, no one would remember them. There would be no pain from their flopping out of existence. Who would it be?
Flopping?
Yes, flopping.
Yeah, flopping.
Flopping like a good blasted penis.
Wow.
Someone needs to take that and put it in a video. Nothing like a good flaccid penis.
Nothing like flopping out of
They
existence.
just use
Lindsay will be here in a
cooked
minute.
spaghetti for that.
I have a nuanced answer to that.
Okay.
Only because it's and we're being silly, and I'm super silly all the time, but that's a serious question, and it would not be Trump, because I feel that as shitty as he is, people need to understand what the is going on, and if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't learn from our mistakes. However, it would be Charles Koch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good
I
answer.
agree. Yeah, because I also thought I'm like, no, because if people forget, we'll just have a fucking another one.
But
exactly.
Here's the thing, though. I do have to question this, and there's a reason.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be better to eliminate his father? Because then you would eliminate both Koch brothers.
Oh.
Yes. The whole enterprise.
Yes.
That's smart. So smart. We're so smart.
But now this involves time travel.
Yeah,
right. Well, maybe we can still exist too.
We're talking about snapping our finger and magic happening.
Yeah.
Time travel.
Yes.
So that's a really good question.
Yeah, I like questions like that. I ponder things like that often.
Thank you for that quote, Nacha, because that is going to be the gift that keeps on giving.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I've tweeted that out.
You're up.
Did you correct it? Like
correct it?
Yeah, I was
yeah.
gonna
Well,
ask that.
you know, you wrote nothing when I was like flopping.
I
If you
thought
don't
you
have to
said
quote me, you got to
nothing.
quote me right.
I quoted you wrong. I'm fake news.
Man, you're fake news.
I always said you were fake news.
That's right.
I mean, I had no issue with you quoting me, but Jesus, man, get it right. Like,
Well, I mean,
what sort of unprofessional?
This is
That's what
Oh.
I did tell Jen once that I was going to make love to her all night long, and it was like a good 40 minutes. That's close.
I mean, that's almost all night.
Sure.
Has anyone? I don't know. Like, has anyone? Like, has anyone ever actually? Because I have other things to do.
5 hours was once 5 hours.
Things get raw too.
Yeah.
Right?
Went for a while.
5 hours in calls or what?
Yeah, things get raw.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
raw dog is the best way.
5 hours is with breaks.
Well,
5 hours
that
with
was a
breaks.
long time ago.
Sweet,
That was a long time ago.
Sweet even said in the chat, my record is 9 hours.
If your erection lasts longer than 4 hours,
get mo bitches.
Get mo. I love you, Christy.
It should be like a little asterisk at the bottom of the commercial that says "Get mo bitches."
Jesus, I learned way too much about Jen with one N.
She's awesome.
She says, I have 27 times in one day. Jesus fucking Christ.
Nice.
hey, you did ask.
You go, girl.
Have you guys heard of this purple people cult down in California? Or maybe Northern California? People cult?
Did it was it what? I don't
There's
you
a sex
roboted.
cult from am I?
Yeah, a little bit.
I never have this problem.
Christy, jealous.
He's growling.
Aww. Bye, Bree.
He growled at her.
no.
He said,
22 times, 27 times. Like three is good. Like I can go like 3's decent. After that, it's like kind of painful. It's like,
Man, you just need a bit more stamina.
I need a bit more vitamins or water or like maybe an IV into my testicles. I don't know.
a pump.
That would be awkward to set up.
What are you gonna pump in there? Like coconut oil? Or?
I don't know, but like Utah Outcast, after 3, it's dust. Like I just
again demonetized.
That's so funny.
It's
You just
dust.
gotta give yourself, a couple minutes in between. You're right. Go
A
again.
couple minutes in between. No, that's not what not like by 3 it's like at the end it's like psst, psst, psst,
Matt,
and that's it.
Yeah.
What?
like any athletic person, you're just going to have to train.
No.
Ray comes in for the killer. Bah, bah.
Waiting for it will be half the battle.
We'll have to play you some montage music so you can train.
What's
So
the
it's
training gonna be?
like a 70s
edging?
bass guitar riff.
Just watching me edge for 24 hours.
Oh,
I know what our next fundraiser stream is going to be.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that sounds like
Yep.
hilarious.
That's
and I'm spent.
Itching on.
So this cult, am I still roboting? Okay, maybe not. Maybe I am. I don't care. No, there's this cult down in California. I put it in the side chat. I don't know how to pronounce that. Lafayette or something.
Lafayette.
But it's a compound, basically, a gated compound. And one of my coworkers grew up near there and used to ride his bikes and stuff around there. And they one time went in and they were shot with paintball guns because they're really like heavy-hearted or whatever. What reminded me of it was I was researching the cult and there was a woman performed an orgasm for I think 5 hours.
Okay, that's just a lie.
Yeah, that does.
Yeah,
no.
it was
And
in the
I
60s.
have to believe that.
Yes.
I have to believe that.
Yeah.
I cannot let that be a fact. And you know, there's that point where like your toes curl, like aren't hers touching like the back of her head?
Yeah.
There's got to be a point where it just starts becoming painful.
Yeah, make it stop.
She's got like a permanent muscle cramp in her toes.
The abs can hurt at some point. For sure.
Like, okay, I know one thing. There's this thing. There was guys when I worked at the prison. There was guys that had to wear diapers, because they had jacked so much that they had destroyed their reflex, and basically they would build up, and then it would just shoot. So they had to wear like Depends to keep from leaking semen all over the place.
Holy shit!
Has anyone watched?
So
Has anyone watched?
If you go that far, maybe you need to, work on
just threw up in my
slow
mouth.
down a little bit.
Yeah.
Have we watched what?
Have you seen MacGruber?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Have I seen that?
I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna fucking shoot.
I don't think I have.
Thank you, Matt. You said shoot, and that's what I thought. Also, that's my nickname at work. Mac.
What are you watching on your own time, Mac? Who picks out your viewing pleasures?
It's just a free for all.
God.
Anarchy.
Nacho, I think I cut you off. What did you say, man?
When? Just then? Probably nothing.
Really? Okay. Mrs. Snarky, you get the next question.
Oh, okay. Well, so, Mrs. Santiago. What would you say is the number one issue that needs to be addressed in the United States right now? What?
Say it again.
Money out of politics.
Yes. Agreed.
I think everything else, there's huge problems everywhere, but all of them are involved with money in politics. So if we could eliminate that, no lobbyists, free and fair election, every candidate gets $30,000 or whatever we agree upon for their campaign. They cannot spend $1 more. They have to show receipts for every single thing it's used on. And if you're a millionaire running or you're a school teacher running, you get the same exact amount. So it will be on your merits, on your arguments, on your positions, on your policies. Money out of politics. That's my, yes.
Yes.
I think I say that more than anything else because it's the most important thing. Our policies in this country are for hire to the biggest bidder. And if that's not a problem in your eyes, then you're the problem.
Agreed.
That's about as aggressive as I get.
Agreed.
That's fair.
It's a good, that's well worth your while to get aggressive about. Because this is
Citizens United is the most atrocious thing that's ever been added to our Constitution. It's in our Constitution. It's legal bribery. Like,
but
no,
Christy,
I don't agree
before Citizens United, corporations were just treated like slaves.
They weren't even people.
Yeah, they weren't treated like people.
Yeah.
You mean money wasn't free speech?
Ugh.
Not then.
Can you imagine how sad money was back then? Money had no voice.
Aww.
Christy is just showing.
Sad.
Christy is just showing hateful bigotry towards corporate people right now.
Christy is
I am.
Oh,
I am a
maybe.
money and corporate bigot.
Oh
Yes.
my God.
You got me.
What the hell do I have to do to become a UK citizen? Seriously. Like
Spending limits in UK elections. Worldly DR podcast.
Oh yeah, they have a very low spending limit.
I think you just have to play a stamp with the Queen for a couple of hours.
Is that all?
Ooh, this looks interesting, Brant.
Is playing on the stamp some kind of sexual innuendo?
Only if you put it that way.
Alias, I'm not in the EU, so it's cool.
Yeah.
What looks interesting?
What?
The sex cult. Purple people sex cult. Well, we know that there are purple people eaters, but now we know there are purple people fuckers.
Now we know.
Well, they're probably eaters too.
Yeah. Now.
Yeah.
Purple. We didn't know you had a cult, Purple. Come on. You should
Now we
know.
do.
Yeah.
They have a very liberal sex education program for their kids, apparently.
Oh, goodness. They always have to take it too far. Hopefully they didn't take it too far. I think when a kid is old enough to ask you a question that has to do with any part of sex, if they are old enough to verbally tell you that they are curious about something that has to do with sex, it is your responsibility to answer it as short and honest as possible.
Yes. And I also think, like, we need to build a better environment so they feel like they can ask. Because, like, for me, that was something I never, ever wanted to do.
I'm sure.
Not ever one time.
I cannot imagine asking my parents, Mom, Dad, can you tell me about this thing I've heard called pegging?
Oh my
Boofing. What's a little boofing behind the
Oh, man.
church, Mom?
It was flatulence
Yes.
to the kids. I like beer.
Of all sentences to robot.
Mom, why is it, Mom, that sometimes I kind of want to be choked? I don't know.
Hey, Mom.
I'm putting the word
No, it's too long.
Like this
I'm
part
putting
right
the worst
here.
joke I've ever heard.
This part right here. If it does like I don't know why that's connected.
Snarky's got a spot on the back of her neck that she hides. Like if I can even get a kiss there, it's like she's done.
Yeah.
Telling all my secrets.
I'm secretly writing them down.
Casey DeGrave does not know what pegging is. Can I explain pegging?
Oh my!
Please do. Please do.
Okay, so when a mommy and a daddy really like one another, and the daddy wants mommy to put something on in order to enter daddy's love cave, that is called pegging.
Oh, Jesus.
Love cave.
Nice.
If
So
you
Nacha,
knew pegging
I'll
soon.
drink to that, and you ask the next question. Nacha.
Shit. All right. So what I'm asking Christy, I should have thought of a question, I suppose.
Yeah,
That
probably.
would have helped.
It would have a little bit.
You son of a bitch.
Well, I thought, I was like, I heard the questions thing going around. I was like, yeah, okay, I'll think of a question. And then I just got distracted by everyone talking while I was looking at it.
Yeah.
Shit, I didn't think of a question.
It happened.
I don't know. Can you go one more and I'll come back to me and I'll actually think of a question this time?
Yes.
Sure. Oh, well, we've been through everyone, but let's go ahead and go with Brantley again.
Put you on the spot.
Oh, another question?
Yeah, go for it.
What's the circumference of Venus? I don't know either. Oh, here's a great question that kind of goes into my crazy ass system as a Christian. Mars ever harbored life?
Oh.
Intelligent life, even, perhaps.
I mean, I'd have to give an answer of I don't know. Probably not.
That's more of a That's actually more of a Matt question than a Christy question.
Yeah. Ask me about their writing a constitution on Mars, and I'll tell you all about it.
Well, hold up here real quick. First, the circumference of Venus is 23,628 miles. And
what was that when it's flat?
Oh, when it's flat? Then it's like 3 feet.
Yeah, it's flat. Yeah.
3 feet.
Okay.
Excuse me. And then
that's depth.
There has super duper most likely never been intelligent life on Mars, but there has probably been microscopic or a little bit bigger life.
Woo! Bringing this
my theory was because angels were made first.
Right.
That's probably where God made angels.
So it's legit.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
Yay.
Well, see, the only rebuttal I have for you is that Mercury is the first planet from the sun, and I think he was there first, and I think that's where he made the angels.
Okay, well, that would make sense. It's a bit warm.
Well,
it's supposed to be taller and it has
right
less
there on
gravity.
like the horizon. Then it's just about right for like a couple hours, and then you roast or you freeze. It gets what did Neil deGrasse Tyson say yesterday? It gets like 250 below zero Fahrenheit.
No.
Is that American? Okay.
What?
That hurts. No.
Yeah, super cool, and that's for Mercury. But on the moon, it's just 250 degrees Fahrenheit. Negative. So it gets colder on the dark side of Mercury because it stays night longer. There you go.
The more you know.
Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury.
No, he's always hot.
He is the champion, my friend.
You can't get
I see what you did there.
All right,
Clever.
You got a question?
Did I just hear a Wonder Lady sigh?
I think so.
I know her sighs. It sounded just like Faye said.
She might be snoring. She might fall asleep.
Wait, you know her thighs?
I'm here.
You know her thighs or her size?
Yes.
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 All I can think now is
Why am I asleep? Because I'm being quiet?
I'm sorry.
They said you sighed.
Oh, I
said I heard you sigh. Yeah. We look past it.
Okay.
I just notice and not say anything.
Wonder Ladies, moans and groans.
Who? Oh, Whirly. When light travels.
What's that? You got
so
one?
not to ask a question.
Yeah.
Goddamn question.
I mean, I don't actually know if this has already been like asked or something that's been talked about before I rocked up. But have you got any idea of what computer you're getting with all this?
No.
No idea.
Well, you know that you're building a computer, right?
Yes.
And you're getting help for it. So can you go over that just a little bit?
Yes. I know each part is getting put together to make a computer.
She's having it built.
Yes.
Custom
Like all the
made.
different things in it are going to be put together to make a bigger thing. And then I will do stuff on it.
That was very. This is highly technical.
So, is someone within the community that's doing the build?
That's so adorable.
Crafty genius.
No,
IT guy.
Yeah, I actually have to
Going
head to
through,
bed, but congratulations, Christy.
Thank you.
Thank
I'm
you,
so
Matt,
glad you came
for coming
tonight.
on.
Yes.
Congratulations to you, Matt, on that face.
Lindsay!
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much for stopping by. Always a pleasure. You're a keeper.
Bye, Owen.
Both of you.
Bye, Owen. Oh, now my
See
heart's
you,
broken.
Snarky.
So, hello, wifey.
Hello.
I'm gonna ask one more question and then I have to go to bed.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. You're sick. You should get some sleep. But
Okay, here's the question, Chrissy. It's a hard one.
Okay.
Not really. How old is Ruth Ginsburg?
Oh, right. She is almost 90. Or no, she's almost 80, right?
I think she's older.
No, I thought she was almost 90.
So I had it right first.
Do you
I
want
want
the
to look it up.
answer?
Yes. Yes.
85.
I want
This one, she was
85.
Cretaceous.
Yeah.
She's a little younger than I thought she was. Okay.
She was born
I thought she was
in,
about 87 or 88.
March 15th, 1933.
She is a beast.
Well,
she's
She's
an
amazing.
American hero.
William Cozart said 105.
That said, if I don't head off, I'm not going to be any good to anybody.
That's fair. Get some rest.
You
Thank
get some
for
rest.
coming
Let's
on.
rest
Oh,
up,
goodness. And Lindsay, it's so good to see you. I never.
Hi. So good to see you too. Hey, can I show you something real quick? Can you bring the thing back up, Mac?
Oh, yeah, it's up front.
I want to show you. We have
Oh my God.
little go boxes or like little drop boxes next to the door. Mac has a green one and I have a pink one because we're Power Rangers.
And like my wallet and like my
And your
Right.
keys and change, whatever.
all that jazz.
Just the important stuff. And Mac keeps this in his.
Aw.
Hey, what?
Fucking Michael Knight.
What did he do to his nose? At what point did that happen to its nose?
I don't know what happened to his nose.
But like we've moved several
Look,
times,
don't
and
hassle
it
me.
stays in the box.
That's where it goes. Okay, Lindsay, that's its home.
Where else would it go?
I never even really watched the show that much, but like I have a Michael Knight action figure.
I just
you
really
gotta
wanted,
keep it.
I
Like,
wanted specifically to show Faye
Oh,
that, and for whatever. reason.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Don't tell him that. Don't encourage it. But
sometimes I'm cool.
Such the little boy.
I'm gonna go ahead and drop off of here, but it's great to see you, Lindsay, and congratulations, Christy.
Thank you. That's
Yep,
awesome.
You deserve it.
What do you call it? Contact Crafton with all the information and
I will.
etc. And yeah.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Love y'all. See you.
Take care, sweetness. Be good.
It looks like the Non Sequitur show is in the chat now. And
Oh no!
Okay,
Oh no! There goes the neighborhood.
See this
Uh-huh.
Oh,
right
it's not
here?
it's not Joe Witness.
Do you see all
Was
of
that-
this right here?
Yes,
This
now
is the one story that I did for This Is Our America. This is tonight.
that was last. Yeah, wow.
This is what I read tonight. This is what it takes me. I mean, it's a lot. And I don't know that I will type it even when I get the new machine. I really like writing. I know my hand won't let me forever.
Right.
So I do have to learn how to there's just something
That
about
cursive?
being able to go, oh, I don't like that, and change it without, and being able to see the whole thing without having to scroll up. I don't know. I'm an analog girl stuck in a digital world. What am I gonna do?
You're
I
right.
don't
Cursive.
know.
Oh,
Now, as long
Who is that? Non sequitur.
Oh, can I ask her a question?
Yeah, it's your turn to ask a question.
Good. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I got Benny. I totally had Benny to sleep, and he was just like, "Hey, Mom,
Hi, Benny."
fat and sassy." Okay, so if you got to have the perfect bath, absolutely perfect bath, describe your perfect bath, and don't you skimp on these details. Like, you don't gotta talk about your butt and stuff, but like, what kind of would you put on music? Would you have candles? Would you get all fancy and have a bath bomb?
Okay, no judgments, right?
Right.
No way.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Matt has at least one princess bath a week, so like, don't worry about it.
All right.
No, he didn't.
So I have a little space heater, and I turn the space heater on, and so that the room is warm.
Yeah.
I fill the water up with really, really, really warm water, and I bring in. My phone has like this little thing on the back, so it can stand up.
Solid.
And I find a lecture or something to do with politics or learning, and I put that on, and then I light candles, and then I soak in the bathtub for a good 15-20 minutes while I watch, and then I shave, and then I like to let all the like icky water go away.
Yeah.
Then I wash my hair and let it sit in there. All while whatever I'm watching. Lectures mainly. I love lectures. I love
still learning.
I send them to him all the time. Like, listen to this one. And Politics and Prose is a bookstore that has lots of really amazing authors come on and talk about their books. Blackwater, Jeremy Scahill, that type of thing. And they come on, and most of them are about 40 minutes, anywhere from 20 to about 45, 50 minutes of them talking about their book. And then there's questions and answers. And I can spend the whole time in the bathtub with one of those on.
I love that. So if you got to pick your own perfect Christy bath bomb, what would you make it?
Ooh. I did have one. It was wonderful. It was
You get to ask a second question.
it was patchouli and vanilla.
So yes.
Yeah, patchouli and vanilla together.
Oh, really? Love it.
Yeah. With I make my own. You take a glass jar, make sure it's super clean, and pop off the head of a rose. Make sure it's really clean. It doesn't have pesticides and crap all over it. Set it upside down to dry so there's no extra water in it. And after about 5-6 hours, it's safe enough to set it right side up inside the jar and pour honey, real honey. Don't skimp. It's got to be real. On top of that rose and seal it so that the rose is completely covered up. And then you take it outside and you set it in the sun. Here in Florida, it takes about 24 hours to 30 hours. But up north, it will take the whole 4 days in the sun. And when you pick that jar up and you go to move it and it moves like water, not like honey, it's ready. And you bring it inside and you don't do anything else. The rose, I keep the rose inside of it. It does start to fall apart and turn black. But the honey sucks out all this like silky goodness of that rose. And so after I wash my face when I'm sitting in the bathtub, I pour some into my hand and put it all over my face. And I've done that for a long time now. I love it. I make it as a Christmas gift for people because they love it. And you can lick it. It's fine. It's just a rose and honey. There's no other ingredients, but it makes it like a water. And you don't need to wash it off. You just use a washcloth and warm water and wipe it off. And your face feels amazing.
That sounds amazing. It sounds like voodoo, but like I'm into voodoo. So I'm going to go put it.
Oh, that's funny. It's actually something that I forget. I think it was the Seminole. This is a Seminole area, Seminole Native American area, and they do lots of those roadside things. And I thought, what a great idea! And then looked it up and saw that it was a thing, and that I should be doing it. So now I do it.
Can you say bye-bye?
That's awesome.
Can you say bye-bye? Mm-hmm. Okay, bye-bye.
All right, Benny's going to bed again.
Bye, Benny.
Round 2. Sleep. I told him on the show they have a link. I lied. I'm sorry, Steve.
Silly.
Also, so you guys know, this is kind of cool. The gentleman who donated $905 to get Christy to her goal, lives in the same county as me.
What?
Very cool.
Yeah, we live like 15
Who is
minutes
this
away.
mystery fella?
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna meet with this fellow and maybe have breakfast.
That would be awesome.
Get him on your show. What the
About
hey, right?
what he wants to see on Leah and whatever. So
Yes.
super duper cool.
A private investor.
Yeah, get a private investor. But no, I mean, like, I just want to thank him. I'm not gonna be like, hey, you don't go to
No,
breakfast?
I know. I'm just being silly.
But,
Yeah, that's awesome. And you better get a. No, let me know. I need to write something.
you didn't hear that because you need a new computer.
Yeah.
But you should have one pretty soon because you got the money for it now.
That's right.
That's right. So we do have some new viewers here, so I'll take a second and say that we have met our goal of $1,200 for Christy to get a new computer. I'm going to drink to that again.
Na zdrowie.
Rum. So that's fantastic. You can still donate. I will again put the link. I've already put it down a couple times in the last couple minutes, but I'll put it down here in the chat. You guys can still donate. Any help you can give her helps to get better, newer equipment. Now she's kind of aiming for a webcam and such. What was the last thing? Oh, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. I'll be a whore right now. Let's go.
Yeah.
You're on my channel, subscribe. I need subscribers. I'm really close to 400. So that would be awesome. So subscribe to me and give money to her. So
It's so weird to say that. It's so weird. Unless you can't. If you can't afford it, don't do it. Please don't do it.
Oh yeah.
That would make me feel awful.
Only donate. Only give to any channel if you can afford it. Please. If you want to help the community, if you want to help the Non Sequitur Show or the Aaliyah podcast or any other channel that you watch on YouTube or elsewhere, you can donate. You can become a Patreon, or you can share links. Just like share it out, subscribe, like. That really helps us too, and we really, really do all appreciate it. So help the way that
so much too. Yeah, so much. That is the best. If I don't go on Twitter every single day because there's so much and it's a vortex, and then I will be there for hours. So I don't do that every day. But when I do, I always stumble upon things that make me giddy, like alias fake name. I'm like, oh, I know who that is. And so I go click on it, and everything that we've done is being shared on this page. And I'm like, oh, I want to hug that person so bad, because it's the little things like that. You know, people that we don't know that wouldn't know about us without you sharing it. That's the coolest thing you could do, is to say, hey, I like this. You might like it too. I love it. I think that's awesome. It always gets me like, wow, I can't believe that they like, and it's so weird to see my face or something on something that's on YouTube. I'm always like, this is weird. This is so weird. Or if they're sharing something that I've done, I'm like, oh, wow. Like, I appreciate it so much, but it still just always takes me back a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cool. We've gotten a lot of support, and we really, really hope. We really appreciate everything that you do. So, and we really appreciate everyone helping Christy, just supporting what she does, because it helps more than one channel. It helps me because she's my co-host on League of Extraordinary Atheists for Humanism, and she's a regular on Faye's channel, Wonder Lady. If you're not subscribed to her, please jump over there too.
Oh, yes, please do.
And Christy helps moderate on so many other bigger channels as well. She's all over the place. She really helps.
I moderate on Christian channels, you guys. I'm a moderator on Christian channels.
Multiple or just one? 2. Oh, I knew of one.
What channels am I not subscribed to that I now need to go subscribe to?
Yes. And I think what a better way to keep your chatters honest than to have people that disagree with almost everything that you have to say on that topic as your moderators. I mean, obviously you don't want to pick someone just because of that. That's not going to help. But if you like, you know that they're going to be honest. You know that they're not going to be biased. They're going to treat everybody fairly. It's almost better that they have different opinions or disagree with you to have them in the mix. Oh, thanks, Nacha.
Sorry, dead air, guys.
Right, I don't know what other channels you moderate, so I'd shout them out, but I don't know.
Whirly.
Thank you so much, Nacha.
On Whirly DR podcast.
Christy, I have another question for you. Can you explain to people what you do for the League of Extraordinary Atheists for Humanism?
Huh. I never even thought about that. What do I do?
What do you do?
Well,
market yourself.
All the work.
How do I market myself?
Just all the work. Well,
Oh,
I mean, that's just the other half. I'm just a pretty face. I don't do very good.
This is true.
So true. Everybody wants to touch your face.
It's true.
Oh, yeah.
It's smooth. I don't know if it's pretty, but it's smooth.
It's smooth.
Silky, smooth.
I just want to touch it.
Okay,
let's see.
goofy
Well, when Mac tells me, hey, I want to touch on whatever it might be, sit down with paper and a couple pens, because I go through about 1 to 2 pens every 10 to 12 days. They're just in the garbage, which I hate that I'm doing that to the planet, but what am I supposed to do? I need to be able to write. Recycle, right? I start reading everything that I can that's in just the headlines. And then when I'm done with that, I take a piece of paper and I write 5 questions that would need to come across if I wrote something. Who is it? Do just, basic. And then I sit down and find those facts and write those down. And then if I can change it so that it's like an article together, then I love to do that. And I do that. And so when I'm done, it's a Christy article. I don't know. And then I do on many topics because I feel that it's important to make them. Obviously, people are there to listen to us. So
yeah,
I want to not bore them with this date, this happened, this date, this happened, and then this was the conclusion. They can find that out on their own. That's not why they came. They came because they want to see a humanist take on it. And I can't not take on anything because I am a humanist before atheist or anything else, before any of that. And I'm not a speciesist. I love all species.
Right.
Really, yes, I do. I love all species.
Well, you told me
Some a little bit more than other, but I would never let them know that or treat them differently.
Well, I think that some species taste better than others, but that's beside the point.
You're so right. A brisket.
Yeah,
I think of a brisket, and I'm like, nope, can't.
Oh man, I wish I could
like
afford
elk.
a brisket. I really
Brisket
do.
smoked for like 24
Oh man,
hours.
don't do this to me.
Oh!
Don't do this to me.
Yeah,
all I have near
probably
me right now is some jerky, and I want it. But
brisket.
so another question, just because I think it's relevant, because we still have 25 viewers right now.
That's awesome.
And I want them to know what you do. Can you describe to us a day in the life of Christy? Because you've explained it to me before. And I'm just like, holy shit. So, why don't you go through it?
Okay. Okay, so if I'm researching for This Is Our America, right now I'm going through the 20th century. So if I'm starting at we'll just start at the beginning of a decade. I turn on the internet and I type in headlines 1960 January, headlines 1960 February, headlines 1960 March, on and on and on, and write down, little things. Sometimes I just read them, nothing writing down, and I do that until I have at least 4 to 5 different pieces of paper with those written on it, and then I kind of put it together as a story. Now that takes all day just to do a year, maybe a year and a half if I'm lucky. I have a dog, so I have to sitting right here.
Mr. B.
So he gets worse. Yeah, Mr. He's like, he's on a pretty scheduled. He knows when it's time to go out. Which, I mean, right now he knows he has 34 minutes, and he knows, like he knows these things. He tells me, like, Mom, gotta go. And as far as the research goes, I read newspapers. I read the New York Times. I read the Washington Post. I read the Tampa Bay Times. I read St. Petersburg Times. I have to know what's going on. I have to know. I have been slacking with my needing to know current events by doing This Is Our America series, because I'm like knee deep in whatever era or decade that I'm in. So I kind of miss a lot of the, headlines as they're breaking. If I start on Thursday night live and Wonder Lady Faye asks me, "Did you hear what happened?" And unfortunately, I'm like, no, because I've been in 1960 all week. But that's not normal. That's not normal at all. I'm sorry?
It's like, no, I'm 50 or 60 years behind. But yeah, but what is the normal? I know. I just want everyone else to know. I'm sorry.
You want to get down? Okay, come over here. Yeah, the normal is I wake up and start with Democracy Now!, which I don't have to read. Headlines is out every morning. Mm-hmm. It's anywhere from 15 minutes every single day, and it's just a breakdown of what the headlines are. So that's always a good place for me to go and start my day with every day. I love Democracy. I love it. She's tried and true. She's an American hero. She's a great journalist. And if something catches my eye on that, and this is without the America series, then I immediately start looking in the newspapers that I read for those headlines, so I can read more about it, not just like this is something that's happening. And I like TV story in different newspapers because it's humans are humans. Nobody's the same. And a story, a newspaper story, is going to have the person who wrote it point of view. It just is. I mean, they can try as hard as they can. So I do like to get different points of view. And you could probably have an argument that the papers that I read from are left-leaning, and so I'm not really getting a well-rounded, but that's not true. St. Petersburg is not a left-leaning magazine. It's not, I would say, far right by any means. It's right down the middle, and a lot more leaning to the right when it comes to financial. St. Petersburg is the next county over. It's where all the beaches are. Clearwater Beach is that way. They are draconian and right enough that the law that made it illegal to be homeless. So, we're not coming from like a liberal paper. So I do try to be well-rounded. I don't ever go look on the Daily Caller or Breitbart. for any news. You'll never catch that happening from me. There's no point. If I wanted to read a fake story, I'd read a book.
What were you saying, Brantley?
What? She doesn't read Breitbart.
Breitbart, right? No, no Breitbart for me.
Yeah, someone posted a Breitbart article in my local political group that I'm in, and my response was, I didn't even attack the argument this time. I'm just like, this is from Breitbart, LOL.
Right.
And then like 5 people jumped on me. They're like, what's wrong with Breitbart if you tell the truth? I'm just like, it's Breitbart. That's why.
Right. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, Hitler said things that were truthful too. Should we listen to him?
Right. Like, I see where you get your news. I don't respect you. Good day.
Yeah. I mean, it's one thing if it's coming from, a conservative newspaper. That's respectable.
Yeah.
Breitbart's not that. It's not that. You might as well tell me Alex Jones told you.
Yeah. And now I looked up a political bias chart, and I found a pretty good one. So if anyone would like it, message me on Twitter or on Facebook. Just find me, and I'll send it to you. But like, you have AP at the top, you have CBS News, PBS, like they're here like at the top in the middle.
Associated Press.
Associated Press, yeah, AP. So, and then you have like, trying to figure out which way my screen's going to make it. So I think right, left.
Yep.
You go down here a little bit, you have like The Intercept, Democracy Now. It's a little more left. And then down here is CNN. And it's all
right,
about,
and you've got to read the left part of that chart that you sent me too, because it on the part that goes right here says just facts, nuanced opinion.
Yes.
News and opinion.
Yeah. And then like harmful to public discourse is way down here. I can't even get that low. And
right,
so,
which is where Breitbart and Fox.
Yeah, and Breitbart's a little higher than
real quick.
that, but it's a little lower than Daily Wire. And then at the very bottom is I even forget what his show's called now. Alex Jones, InfoWars. He's the very bottom.
BS.
So that's when I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just total. It's just bullshit.
I have a subscription to the Washington Post. I hope I'm not a horrible person for that.
I got to run, guys. But
I read the
if you still are on in a bit, I might be able to catch you again.
Oh, hey,
congratulations on hitting your. Yeah, no, not a problem. Congratulations on hitting the goal. And hopefully, depends on how long I'll be, but yeah, I look forward to it. Anyway, have fun. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for your help, man. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming by, sweetie. I'm going to talk to you later.
Too easy. See ya.
I will.
So, but yeah, so what I was saying is just like, I found a few charts, but there was one that looked like that in multiple different ways. And I'm like, all right, I think I trust that. And InfoWars is at the bottom, right? So I trust that. And CNN looks like it's at like a reasonable spot. Like it's kind of in the middle by itself. I'm like, that's probably about
my honest opinion about CNN is each program on that show is its own show, has its own people, has its own agenda, each program. So I might totally agree with one, and the one that comes on the hour later, I'm like, And I don't watch CNN or cable news like I do read. That's true. However, I don't think that CNN, as I've paid attention to it, minus the Iraq war drums that they wanted so bad, and I'll come back to that. I don't think that they've ever deliberately sat down and said, this is what we want the public to think. This is what we've got to do to make this propaganda, help make the public think like this. That's never happened. I don't see it. I don't think they're malicious. I don't think that they attempt to lie to people, minus that Iraq war bullcrap. I just don't see that. However, if you look up the main financiers behind it, they're the main people that donate to this corporation are Raytheon, and I mean, you name a war machine. Now, I'm not saying that that's bad or good. It just is what it is. That is who finances a lot. And then I ask myself, if a news organization that has such huge big dollars coming from Raytheon or any of them, do you think, or do I think, I ask myself, that they will be critical of those companies? I don't. So I take that grain of salt with the news I get from them, and if it is news that has to do with war of any kind, I don't feel like I don't feel like they're going to lie to me. I just don't feel like they will do the omission game. So if I want to hear a story about war, Jeremy Scahill is a good person to go to hold anything back. And he's an investigative journalism. He's not a journalism himself. He's a journalist. I do love him. I love the integrity that comes with nobody pays me. No war machine pays me money, so I can tell the truth about. And if Raytheon never did anything ever bad, great. And if they did, I don't feel like they should get any special protection. If you do wrong as a corporation that hurts other people or is corrupt, you should get the same amount of trouble as somebody that did those things that was a nobody with no money.
Yeah. And also Abby Martin is another one of our favorites. Yeah. She's smart. She's aggressive.
She is aggressive. Yeah, she's aggressive, and she's not afraid to say things that are hyperbolic because she knows that people will be like, oh, but her facts are.
I have to interrupt.
Yeah, please. Oh, hey. That sounded nice right there, but talk more.
Yeah. Aww.
Were you trying to talk more?
Yeah.
All I heard was I have to interrupt.
Your dad's leaving, Christy.
Oh. Gotcha. See you, Chet.
Bye. You're sweet.
Take care, Christy's dad. Be good. Have fun. I know they're mutually exclusive. Do the best you can.
Give Margaret a hug and kiss for me.
Awesome. All right. Diana.
To be living.
Yes, dear.
Looky here, you. Do you have another question for Christy?
Oh my, oh my, oh my. What's your next major project? Do you have one in mind yet?
I keep adding to this list I have of stories I want to cover on my weekly, because I'm not touching them. I'm not going into them until I'm done with the 20th century.
Well,
lot of them
that's coming up soon, right? The end of that.
It is
right?
coming up soon. Yeah, I'm in the 60s. I'll be going into 1970 next week.
So you've got only about a month to go?
Right. Yeah, about a month. The Panama Papers.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I'm aching to dive into that. And the Paradise Papers / Paradise Papers. Naomi Klein has done an incredible job with her books, plural. And Paradise Papers is, I mean, she just nails these corporate monsters. They're monsters. They didn't cause hurricanes or the big natural disasters that do happen, obviously. How could they? But they use them because they have the capital, because they have the funding, and they know people. They know how to get in and out of around government bureaucracy. Big, these corporate monsters. They use the hurricane in Puerto Rico to go down when people are worried about what they're going to eat and having water. Offered these families way below what they should have gotten because these people are desperate, and that makes me furious. I can't imagine having kids and being a roof over my head, and someone comes and offers me, say my property was worth 70,000 and they offer me 30, and I don't have a choice because I need somewhere to take my kids. I hate that. It makes me cry, rage tears. So the Paradise Papers, she goes through and shows how these monsters have done this in Puerto Rico, snagged up all this beachfront property. Yeah, I want to jump into that too.
Yeah.
Sounds like a whole bunch of good stuff.
It does.
Kitty! Kitty!
Looks like Neil's going to bed now too. So good night, Neil.
Good night, Neil.
I did mention to Neil while we were off air, and I'll just talk to you now about it. but excuse me. Now I'm choking on my own drinkaholic. We were talking about having Neil on Leah very soon. Very soon.
Oh, yay. That sounds like fun.
Yes. So do you think that'd be good for our next live show here in not tomorrow, but the week after?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Neil's a sweetie.
I'll ask him if he's free. I think he usually does shows around that time. But we'll see what we can do for him.
I have to work. I have to work you two into Coffee with Lavender.
Oh,
so we'll have to get to work on that and see when we can do that. So I'd love to have you guys on together, separately, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, that'd be fun. And we also need to jump on Dr. Worley's podcast. So I've been talking with him, but we've been having a hard time nailing down a date. So
there we go.
He's in the chat.
Unwhirly. Alias knows. Delilah. Hi, Delilah.
My Delilah.
For Christy?
Yes.
Another hot topic for her?
Yes.
Brantley?
Oh, another hot topic?
Yeah, or just something.
You don't need another hot topics.
If you guys can't tell, it's a little chilly in here.
Looks like it.
I see that. My goodness.
It's 57 degrees. 57 degrees in here.
Oh, I would die. Yeah. Yeah. I think it is. I think it's 60. I think it's 6 that, and we have our windows cracked open like this big because it's like 47 outside. So we're letting the air come in, but I'll probably shut the window.
You're the lucky one. You're not getting that Arctic blast.
It's freezing here. Are you kidding me? It's so cold
47
right now.
is freezing. Hey, shit! I'll be out there in shirt sleeves.
Yeah.
But it's gonna get colder. It will be close to 39, 40 by 4 o'clock in the morning, and the 80 to 90% humidity makes it freezing.
Yeah, that humidity does it. It really, really does. No, yesterday we had here in Pittsburgh. Yesterday we had 0 degree Fahrenheit air temperature, wind chill -22. Right now it's 6 degrees Fahrenheit air temperature. I think the wind chill is about -10, somewhere in that range.
Yeah, earlier today it was like -5 with and it felt like -17, but now it's gone up to it's 3 degrees and it feels like 5.
Okay.
I have another question for Christy.
Oh yeah.
If you had a time machine and could add or change one of the 10 commandments to alter Christianity, what would it be?
Oh wow. Just one?
Yeah, just one. Like, what should they have known better?
Peace out everything.
What?
We couldn't
Be
hear you.
skeptical and doubt everything.
Everything.
Well, that pretty much obviates
And then-
all of them. Yeah.
Right.
That's a good one.
Negates all of them. Have one more, it would be don't rape children.
I like the one.
A good rule to go by.
Was it George Carlin that came up with the one I really like? Thou shalt not be a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was George Carlin.
So Christy's 11th commandment.
Actually, as far as Aaron Ra has said many times in talks, there supposedly are 11 commandments. When you read,
more
I
than
think
that.
it's
Yeah.
well, yeah. But I mean, you have the 615 or the 613 or whatever that is, but I think he's referring to Exodus 34, where the major ones enumerated, I think, are 11. Yeah, that's the one that's the one that includes all the 10 commandments that everyone knows and loves, including "Thou shalt not boil a baby goat in its mother's milk."
Yeah.
You know, that one that's right at the top of everybody's list.
That's in the first 10 commandments, actually.
The first,
those are
okay.
smashed. Those are smashed and rewritten exactly like they were.
Exactly, yeah. Except just a little bit completely different.
Yeah.
It's exactly like that,
different.
but different.
Word for word, except 30 more.
That's the same as Mike Pence saying that Donald Trump and Martin Luther King Jr. are essentially the same person. That's exactly the same, but different.
Yeah.
How dare you? Don't even speak MLK's name. How about that? Because MLK is a dirty socialist, and I love him.
He was investigated by the FBI.
Yeah, so was any.
Everybody was investigated by the FBI.
And well, the difference is they sent him mail telling him to kill himself.
Yes, they did.
Yeah,
And
they did.
They would record him when he had affairs on his wife, which I don't condone. However, the FBI shouldn't be involved. That's big government, Republicans. That's big government. But they recorded him having affairs, his wife at home, and played them for her.
I condone affairs, but only on MLK's wife. So if
I condone affairs if everybody's involved in affairs.
Well, wait a minute now. If everybody involved is consenting, is it an affair anymore?
Right. Yeah.
It's an affair to remember.
Okay. Nice reference snuck in there. I like that.
it was like
that
a book or something.
Was that Cary Grant, Grace Kelly?
Grace Kelly's so gorgeous.
R. Kelly? No, go. Sorry.
Grace, wow. Yeah, she.
Now it's demonetized.
Yeah. Can't say R. Kelly anymore. Beelzebub had a question for you.
Hey, Bob.
Forgot. He said, out of curiosity, what do you think of the Young Turks? And I answered it for you, but I also told him I'd still ask you.
because if they wrote their articles down, I would read all of them. But I just don't like ad hominem attacks.
Yeah.
Who they're coming from. I don't. Don't get me wrong. I agree 100%. But I just don't want that in my news all the time. I just don't. But I mean, I'm right there. I'm with the things we care about. And God, they've put some really good stories out.
They do.
And I love Anna. I think that she's a gift. I love that she teaches journalism and she has, they say purity test, you know, but no, you shouldn't make shit up.
Right.
That's not a purity of saying that you don't want your candidates to take money from anyone, whether it's a test. Then I guess I'm into purity because I agree.
Yeah.
So, and Wolfpack, I mean, God, yeah, you heard Snarky ask me what's my number one thing I could change: money out of politics. And Wolfpack, the only thing they do is to get a convention, to hold one, to take the constitutional amendment that says money is free speech and corporations are people the fuck out. Because no, there's no reason for any of that. So there's a place for Young Turks. There's definitely a place for Young Turks. I don't think that they belong on that chart that said that they were way over here. I just don't. I think that they belong way higher. I've never seen them say something that was just blatantly dishonest, and the times that they've gotten things wrong that I know about, I mean, I don't know everything they've ever done. I've seen them make corrections, and they don't make the corrections like Fox at the end of their show in credits. They start their show off, we got this wrong.
Nice.
I'll admit that I haven't seen a Young Turks show in quite a while, so I don't have any firsthand experience with what they're doing now.
John Irola is my favorite Young Turks member, and if anybody,
he's a sweetie. Yes,
John Irola, he's my favorite. I think that he represents my political views the most out of everybody there. But Kyle Kalinske, love me some Kyle Kalinske.
Nice.
Love Kyle. Yes, and the Humanist Report, Mike. I love the Humanist Report.
How do you say his last name?
Who? Kyle?
Kalinske?
No, Mike.
Kyle?
Mike.
I don't know about Mike.
Figueroa?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Fettuccine.
Fettuccine Alfredo.
Mike Fettuccine does such an awful job. But definitely do not subscribe to Mike Fettuccine.
No, if I had a YouTube news source from HUD, it would be Democracy Now! And then for in-depth topic, it would be
Jeremy Scahill.
The Intercept.
Yeah.
No, wait a minute. Where does Randy Rhodes fall on that list?
Oh, she loves Randy Rhodes.
Has many
She's cutting out
different journalists work. It's Rhodes. So I love her. She is bae. Love her. But she gets hyperbolic. The whole thing is her opinion on that news. So if you know that going in, you can't be upset. I know that and hold, I'd say about 85% of the same exact views as her. We differ. We differ on religion. We differ on a couple things that are minor, but I wouldn't want to thought exactly the same thing I did about beat me. Someone else would beat me.
I forget. Is Randy a practicing Jew? I know that she comes from a Jewish heritage. No.
Cultural.
Okay. Okay.
Today on Randy Rhodes, I like to catch it on Fridays and Mondays if no other time. Friday, obviously, for the reason that it's so much news, and Monday because this freaking administration does everything Friday after 5 p.m. So you have to catch it on Monday.
When nobody can look over their shoulders.
Yep, that's why they do it.
Yeah.
But today she talked about an atheist had called in and said, "Hey, look, I'm an atheist, and blah blah blah." The administration saying that they represent me. Well, they don't represent me, and she even agreed with him. She said, I would rather have a whole room full of atheists that I could have a normal conversation with than somebody who thought the world was 6,000 years old. Don't want that. That's not. She said, but what were her words? And I can't tell somebody that they're wrong if they need for themselves to think that there's something bigger than them. Now, her and I differ on that opinion, but I don't dislike her or I don't have that feeling that I never want to listen to her again because we don't agree. Jimmy Dore, I don't agree with a lot of things that he would say if I didn't know and love him. If I only saw him as at the political desk talking, I probably not knowing anything about him, would be like kind of an asshole. But I've known Jimmy Dore as a comedian way before any of this, and he's freaking funny. So I don't have a problem with it.
Jimmy strikes me as a little rough, or has he mellowed in the past couple of years?
I mean, I'm sure he's not drinking as much.
Okay, that might affect things. Now, the one I remember right at the front of my mind was when who the heck was it that showed up? Was it Alex Jones that showed up at TYT's piece of the stage at the primaries?
Yes.
And they just damn near got into a fist fight. Yeah, it was. I wasn't too sure.
Yeah, they were at the conservative something convention.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure that I approved of. Well, I'm not sure I approved of the way pretty much all of them went off the deep end. I mean, even Anna went off the deep end that day.
Yeah, she did. Well, he was calling her a dirty Muslim bitch.
Well, yeah, but
he called her
who?
A man something.
Oh.
That would be really hard for me to keep it together if one of my friends got called. I would never hit anybody, but they wouldn't get another word in.
Right.
Because if I remember correctly, Jimmy spit on Jones, or at least tried to. That wasn't fun.
No, he was trying to egg them on, and they tried for a while to not let him bother them. But when he walked up on their set while they were live, they had no choice but to talk to the goddamn idiot. He's such an idiot.
He brought his camera crew with him and everything. Of course he was trying to cause trouble.
Where can you find him nowadays?
Find what, Jones?
Basement?
Alex Jones, yeah. Is he like in a gutter somewhere?
I hope he's nowhere accessible.
He is accessible, and he's still doing shows. People like you and I that have a little setup like this, Alex Jones is still recording and sending it to his sycophants, and they're putting it through their channel on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, I can do that now?
Oh, bush him.
There's a YouTube's dark cousin now, right? I forget what it's called.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
What?
There's another platform.
Yeah, there's a new platform. They have like no rules, and all of the
that one. I don't remember the name, but I know the one you're talking about. Matt was talking about it one day.
No, that one's okay. There's a dark YouTube.
Oh,
okay. Yeah.
No, this one has like a whole bunch of hate speech, like galore, and like Alex Jones can go on there, and everyone else who has like super negative, hateful views.
There really are essentially no rules, and it gets really.
I hope in the future, eventually, everyone will just go to Pornhub and there'll be videos like this without any nudity and just talking about politics, and that'll be a wonderful day. You can.
Well, I find most porn to be boring. I mean, geez, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would add a little spark to it. I mean, even if it was still porn, just like, yeah, fuck that wall, and like,
yeah. Yeah.
There is this
pantomiming, Christy.
There is this gay porn. It's so good. Okay. So there's a room full of gay men with their Make America Great Again hats on. And they're calling this one guy in a room full of MAGA hat wearers that he's a libtard, all the snowflake, the cuck, all the dumb shit from internet. Calling him all this name, and then they start making him give them head, of course, because he's a dumb. But it's so good because it's all this.
Christy,
even though all these MAGA hats.
Metaphor.
Christy, how do you know what goes on in gay porn rooms?
How do you know what goes on in the Oval Office?
Well, let's see. We have news cameras there.
It's just a bunch of men that are calling this one guy a libtard, and of course making this to them because he is a libtard. Yeah, it's good.
Okay, so Smitty knows about this one as well. Okay. I don't know about any of this stuff. I don't go to any of these places. I should get out of the house more. I know.
What do you do with your life, Diane?
Not much.
In your house on the internet.
Let's see. Some of the things I do is I make excuses instead of making videos, and let's see, what else do I do?
We need to go potty. See me go potty?
Stephen Bowman just hearted one of my comments.
Oh, yay.
Makes me feel fuzzy inside. And a little warm.
Aww. Look.
All right.
I have a heart on.
Aw, you do have a heart on. Hey, Lindsay, come look at Christy's heart on. Oh, she's like, no, I have one too. And she's wearing a dress.
Oh, we might need you to leave, Mac.
Speaking of pegging.
God damn it. All right, well, this stream has gone on for 2.5 hours now.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yes.
It's been a blast.
We probably should wrap up.
Yay. Yay.
Does anyone have any final words?
I had a blast answering all the questions.
Say what?
It was fun. I had a blast answering all those questions. Some were really good questions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We had a blast listening to the answers. What the hey, you know?
Yeah.
Just
this was really fun. I'm so glad that we reached that goal. Purple Rhymes with Orange, thank you so much for starting that fundraiser like months ago now. Thank you, Robert Wallace, for donating $905.
That's just crazy to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm very, very grateful, but it would be so cool to be in a position in life where I could do stuff like that for people. That would make me feel so good.
Yeah.
That would just,
man, I'll tell you,
help everybody.
That stuff amazes me because $905 is almost 4 months' rent for me. I can barely imagine donating. I'd love to be able to, but I can barely imagine donating that much to somebody.
Yeah.
Now, I live in a Section 8 unit. That's why my rent is so low.
Right.
That's beside the point.
Absolutely. Purple Rhymes with Orange just posted at GoFundMe final total is $13.46.
Yay!
My favorite number is 13.
Oh, dig it. So
okay, so what? Triskaidekaphilia here?
Huh? Said what? And BML's above. I'm sorry, we are just about to close down. I apologize. I'm sorry you didn't see the message sooner, but we'll get you on here soon.
Yes, any next time.
Yes.
BML's above is awesome.
So everyone, have a wonderful night. Please don't forget to like and subscribe this video because
wonderful.
Always helps. Please subscribe to Christy Santiago. Subscribe to Lavender Lady, Vibrant Lady, the Iowans.
Yes.
Iowan and Mrs.
Wonder Lady.
Wonder Lady.
Not
That Witness. Terry Davies.
Yes.
Neil, the 604 Atheist.
Yay. Who, by the way, will be on Coffee with Lavender this coming Sunday at noon Eastern.
Okay. There we go. Noon at Eastern time. And Purple Rhymes with Orange. Make sure you subscribe to him as well. Thank you, everyone, for contributing. Thank you for sharing out the link. A special thank you to Non Sequitur Show, because I know Steve gave us a shout out tonight before a show, and we got up to 40 viewers at one point.
Yay.
So that was fantastic. But again, just thank you for everyone who was involved. And thanks for coming on, our fellow YouTubers, for making this a fun stream. So.
Yes, it was a blast.
All that said,
ask me questions anytime.
She's good for it.
Yes. There you go.
All right. Well, everyone have a good night. I'm going to close this thing out.
Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I will see